have ranked from worst to best.
Oh, yeah.
All 10. I got a list. I got a top 10 list, Pat.
I'm not a big list guy, as you know.
No, you're not.
I've got my favorite hires and my two hires that there's two that I really don't like, especially one in particular that I hate.
So you're not a list guy. What you've done for everybody is you've created just
Conversation.
a group of people you like, and then a small group of people you do not like.
Yeah, it's more like a couple that I like, a couple I'm open-minded about, and then a couple that I just dislike.
So it's not a list. It's just a like, not like.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
Okay. So what do you like?
Well, I would imagine that most of us, and I think that if I go to the top of your list, you'd probably agree that John Harbaugh was the guy that was the best hire, in my opinion. I know the second he got fired from Baltimore, we were both like, the Bucs should call him.
Not revealing my list yet.
Oh, all right. Yeah, John Harbaugh is at the top of my list. Number 2 on my list is a guy that I've said I thought deserved a chance. I thought maybe if Todd Bowles was let go, might make sense in Tampa Bay. And a guy that a lot of people probably have towards the bottom of their list of hires. He was one of the last guys to get hired, but I actually like the Todd Monken hiring quite a bit. Now, I don't know that
the team sucks.
It's the Cleveland Browns. I don't know how quickly he can get it done or if he can get it done, but I really like the hiring of Todd Monken. He's a guy that I think makes sense.
So far, your not list, your not rankings has a number 1 and a number 2.
Yes.
Got it. Number 3.
After that, it's a group of guys. Actually, there's one more that I'm more of a good hire than I will wait and see. Everybody else is kind of wait and see because I think that's how it is in this league. There are guys people say are brilliant and then they poop the bed. Kevin Stefanski's won Coach of the Year twice. Like Kevin Stefanski is a good football coach. I'm not a huge believer in the Atlanta Falcons. I haven't been in a long time. They've got a lot of things I think they need to figure out, but they do have a lot of talent. And Kevin Stefanski has coached teams. I think above their playing ability more than once, and I would say that Kevin Stefanski was a good hire in Atlanta.
Who would be your worst hire, Pat?
The two that I don't like at all are Robert Saleh in Tennessee. I still don't know that I believe that he's head coach material. We'll have to see. He's a hell of a coordinator, but I just don't know if I like his mentality. And to me, years ago, the Dallas Cowboys hired a guy. And I told you it was a completely uninspired hiring. And I'd say the same thing about him today as I said then. Mike McCarthy. For the Pittsburgh Steelers to fire, for Mike Tomlin to step away for the Pittsburgh Steelers and for them to go to Mike McCarthy, to me, it's a massive downgrade. And I wasn't a believer in Mike McCarthy 30 pounds ago and a lot less sweat ago. I'm certainly not a believer in him today.
My bottom 3, and I'll give you my list here. My bottom 3 involve the teams that got rid of the great coaches and moved on from them, and I think all 3 were bad moves. Number 10, worst coaching hire of the 10 vacancies filled was Joe Brady. It's nothing against Joe Brady. It was just such a puzzling move from the Bills to get rid of Sean McDermott, and then it seemed like they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It seemed like they had the owner and the GM didn't seem like they had any plan, and they just went, all right, well, we got to elevate Joe Brady now.
I think the firing and the hiring are two different things. The firing, I don't think, made a lot of sense. To me, Joe Brady makes more sense than, for instance, Robert Saleh or Mike McCarthy.
Number 9 on my list, sticking with a team that got rid of their coach where I just didn't understand it. Tough to replace, very tough to replace Harbaugh, Jesse Minter. Familiarity with the team, it's a wait-and-see game, like you said. With a lot of these guys, it's a wait-and-see game. But simply because of how it all went down, I just think the organization, it just was not the best situation, and we'll have to see with Jesse Minter. Mike McCarthy, number 8. You replace Mike Tomlin, who has longevity, and every coach you've ever had has had longevity, with a guy who just he won't be able to have that type of longevity. And he's going to be dealing with a retread. He's dealing with a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, which he won with, but he also had problems with at the end of before he got fired in Green Bay. So I just don't love the move. So those 3 teams, the teams that got rid of their coaches that have been there forever, that's where I put them on the list. Number 7, Kevin Stefanski. He's got a lot of work. It's got to work, Pat, with Penix. Like, I just don't trust what the Falcons have.
Yeah, and they're talking about cutting Kirk Cousins, according to reports.
And it said, and it was the same thing with Stefanski in Cleveland, a dump. But like, he got the Coach of the Year, but he also had the last year was a mess because you don't have a quarterback, you don't know what to do with your quarterback, and things
Give
can
me
call off.
broken Michael Penix over Shador Sanders, though.
You had him as your number 2. I have him as my number 6, Todd Monken. I love Todd, great leader of men. He's innovative, but it's still the Browns. So I can't go much higher with that.
See, I guess that's what you're including the situation over just the coach and the coaching hire. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because within the coaching hire, I think sometimes, like we saw, like I said with Buffalo, I think there was a little panic there. Now there's pressure on any of these guys, but I specifically like the teams, and I'll get to the top of the list, that obviously put a lot of thought and went in deep into the bag to get their guys. Number 5, Jeff Hafley with the Dolphins. A lot of people are like, who, what, why, how? Underrated hire. He's done some really good things as a DC in Green Bay. He also connects and reconnects with a guy who is with a GM in Miami who was with him in Green Bay. So there's familiarity there as well, and that helps. So I like that hire. It makes sense for Miami, which by the end of McDaniel, they were done. It was a mess.
But you see, this is what is interesting. Like Michael Penix, you bring up in Atlanta. Who the hell's the quarterback? Are you sold on Quinn Ewers?
I know that team sometimes, and I know this league is an offensive league, but get the defense right, keep games low scoring, find your quarterback, and it's not just going to be a year one deal with the Dolphins. It's going to take some time, but I think if you start with the defense and you get that team in the right direction, then you can start moving back into where you were. Number 4, Robert Saleh with the Titans. Great defensive coordinator. If you believe in Cam Ward, then you believe in this move for Robert Saleh. He's got to have the quarterback as well. I like Cam Ward. Even though he wasn't great last year, I do like him. And I think he earned another shot. Just like Todd Bowles with the Jets. Anytime you coach for the Jets, I think that Stefanski, the Browns, like you got to have an asterisk by it. You just have to grade it on a curve. Number 3, Mike LaFleur with the Cardinals, McVay tree. I just simply like the McVay tree. Yeah. Cardinals as an organization are a complete dumpster fire, but the McVay tree is highly coveted. Number 2, Clint Kubiak with the Raiders. Incredible job in Seattle. We'll see what happens here in the Super Bowl. Incredible job. I like these young coaches. The mold for me, what we've seen, the model for success with these with the coaches in the NFL. Young coaches come from a good tree, give them a shot. It seems to work. So that's why I like those guys.
Certainly have some places, yeah.
You were right with my number 1. It's John Harbaugh. You had the best piece dangling right there. Mike Tomlin's not coaching right now. And even if he was, I think John Harbaugh is still the guy. So best coach available, Super Bowl winning coach, Giants got him. Here's my top 10.
Yeah, it's immediate credibility and a place where they need it so badly right now.